Queens.
She qualified third. There you see her average, almost a 223. Her qualifying position was the best of all of the 5 TV finalists. 6th position she came in.
Except she got thrown into the losers bracket very early. Not a good break here. She left the 710 on a light pocket hit. You were mentioning she was the highest qualifier, but she was thrown in the losers bracket, the only player to come out of the losers bracket like she did. After she's thrown in the losers bracket, she went on to bowl 8 matches, all 4-game matches, 32 games,
and misses both.
Knowing that if she was to lose one of those matches, she was not able to get back.
And you are looking at Karen Wakefield in the 33-year history of this tournament. No one's bowled a 300 game except this lady. And then later in the week, it was done again by Sharon Todd of Ashland, Kentucky. So 2 300 games, first time in the 33-year history of this tournament.
Lanes played very nicely this week.
Oh, both of them leaving splits. What's happening with that?
Pocket splits, 4-9. The ball coming in extremely high. The ball's supposed to take out the 9. It does not do the job. Watch here, it's just driving so hard. Tough pocket shot, tough pocket break here. She'll try to hit the left side of the 4-pin, slide it into the 9-pin. That ball was just driving too good. Lane breakdown for Pat Costello, 23, 4 strikes, 24, 3 strikes. She really hit the pocket virtually every shot last game, left about 3 or 4 4-pins.
So both ladies open with open frames.
What I was getting at before with Wendy Macpherson is she did bowl these 8 matches in a row, knowing that if she were to lose any one of those matches, she was eliminated from the event, and that's a lot of pressure to bowl those matches.
And then to finish in 6th position, talk about concentration. She got hot, she stayed hot. Well, let's see what happens now. 9-1 in match play record. Now let's see what Pat Costello does. She finds her mark again and clears the deck in the 2nd frame. That's almost unsettling to see both of them leave an open frame like that.
What was real settling for Wendy Macpherson after she left that wall shot, 7-10, to at least know that the match was once again even when she stepped up to the 2nd frame.
And she too finds her mark.
Wendy Macpherson starting the ball very low in her stance. This was a tip last week. Faster feet, you want to start the ball lower. As you can see here, doesn't have much of a backswing, really pulls the ball through, and just a superb result. Watch the ball reaction here. Last 10 feet, left turn signal, smack in the pocket. She's changed her game a little bit by holding that ball very low. Trying to pick up speed.
And it looks like she has. She has the double. Pat Costello, open frame in the 1st, strike in the 2nd. 2-time U.S. Open champion, 1974 and 1980. Hasn't won the Triple Crown, though. Can't seem to get that Sam's Invitational.
Well, she's really not competing in it any longer as well. So she probably never will have it unless she decides to come back out on tour, which one thing that's so nice about this sport, you're really never too old to come out and compete.
A stubborn 7 stays up.
Pat Costello has 13 career titles. Not only working for Don Carter Lanes in Lake Worth, but she also works as an instructor for the professional bowling camps. I asked her if she would be busy this summer working those camps, and she said, yes, I'll be up in Ohio, and I'll also be at a camp held in our center that I'm the general manager for.
There you can see the score tally. Costello with the open frame, the strike, and the spare, down 9 pins.
Pat Costello taking her time. The players said it was very humid this week in the bowling center. As you know, Baton Rouge is very hot and humid anyway, but it got a little bit warm while they were bowling. makes it hard to hang on to the ball.
Yes, several of the ladies have complained about, the sweaty palms and hanging on.
Well, this is exactly what happens when you're trying to hang on to the ball. You grip it a little bit too long, the ball is pulled inside your target, not getting out of it clean. She knows she needs to send the ball right. Definitely do not pull it inside the target. She leaves the 6-10. She's very fortunate not to leave a split.
She converts. But still she seems to be struggling a bit in this second match. Wendy McPherson-Papanos has a tournament high game of 265. Her tournament high 4-game series was 10-15. And that's a record.
Yes, it became a new Queens 4-game record. That was her first match out the block.
She leaves the ball.
Well, she trusted it, given it the room, but the ball did not make it back. Maybe a little bit, she threw a little bit too hard.
Help me there. She trusted it. What?
She trusted it. She threw the ball to the right. She trusted the fact that the ball was going to hook. She didn't have to try to force it to hook. She trusted it, but it didn't. It didn't
trusted
come
it,
back.
but she shouldn't have. Yeah.
Well, we saw in our first match, Linda Kelly convert the spare. And Wendy
She's smiling about that.
You bet. She thought she had missed it. That ball was going left. She got a big break here as the 8-pin falls just at the last moment. Barely nicks the 2-pin. Decides, okay, I'll hit the 8. Do not want to miss any spares, give anything else away at this point in the match.
As she whispers, thank you, thank you, thank you, under her breath. Something like that almost gives you, I think, an extra jolt of confidence when you get that lucky break, and she backs it up with a strike in the 5th frame.
Pat Costello trailing now by 7 pins. Really needs to get something going, some momentum going here. Actually, last frame, you can tell the difference. The pressure was put on her. She actually threw the first bad shot in 2 matches. And again, you can hear her go,
yes.
It's almost as if she's has a wireless mic on. She knows when she's pulling. That's, a result of really not practicing either. She's not real fluent with her arm swing. It's a little bit tight, and when that happens, you want to pull it a little bit. She'll try to take 2.
And leaves yet another open frame, the 1st and the 5th open frames for Costello.
And she really is having problems with her hand. She keeps rubbing her thumb on her skirt. You can tell that it's perspiring. She's therefore gripping the ball more, and when you grip the ball more, your hand is going to stay in the ball longer, and you will pull it inside of your target.
And I can hear her thumb popping as she's releasing the ball.
It's really not popping quick enough right now.
Oh my goodness. And on that striking note, we're going to step aside, but first we have some more interesting facts about the WIBC Queens. Only 3-time Queens champion, Mildred Ignazio.
Do you have thin hair? Then
Got herself back into the match. You can see how she did it here with the deck clearing strike. And then she answered with yet another big X. She doubles and pulls herself right back into contention. 3 strikes in a row for Pat Costello puts the pressure on Macpherson. She had a 1-pin advantage going into that shot. And here you see our scoreboard, 1 pin for Wendy Macpherson.
But now it's even. Put that 9 count up there in the 9th frame for Wendy, and we have an all-even match. Wendy Macpherson has really hit the pocket great the last 2 shots, but left 10 pins both times. So, like you said, Pat Costello has really bounced back after trailing by 21. Those 3 strikes put her within 1 pin. And a smile from Wendy. She said, I did not have any problems. I actually did a lot of good spare shooting this week. Pat Costello wanting this one bad. This would be the first time in the match that she would actually take the lead. Could really hear her thumb pop on that one, couldn't you? But the ball comes up high. She still gets a break. She trips out the 4.
You're looking at Just Manu, the proprietor at Downcutters All-Star Lanes here in Baton Rouge. You know, we heard her thumb pop. I don't know if it's because the crowd was holding their breath. Now it's a 10-pin advantage.
Well, she's hit this high hit so many times and she has not been able to trip out the 4. You heard it pop. It's, again, a little bit high. She got a pretty big break here as the head pin trips out the 4, but you like to see those go. And she says, yes.
A big sigh of relief before that, yes.
She just got the lead by 10 pins.
Oh, looked a little slower.
Looked a little slower, yet that ball actually hit the pocket a little bit better than on lane 24. Had she had the ball speed up, though, it would have probably carried. And I know exactly what she's saying to herself. She said, you know, that was a better shot than the one on lane 24, yet that one didn't carry. She could have closed Wendy Macpherson out right there with 3 strikes, but now Wendy Macpherson strike out for 203. Pat Costello spares here and strikes. She'll shoot 202. So don't worry, I had it covered. Pin count very, very critical right here. She needs a strike for 202. She would then.
And that will really put the pressure on Macpherson.
Well, Macpherson has to then strike.
And she has not had 3 in a row this entire match.
She doesn't need to turkey. She has to just get the first strike. Oh, I take that back. You're right. I don't know my bowling scoring. She must get all 3. You're
I beg to differ with you. You know,
yes.
bowling scoring very well, I think.
I was looking at the
little bit
scoreboard
wrong. Now, okay, the strike by Costello does put the pressure on Macpherson. Let's see how she responds. She's coming off of 2 spares, a spare in the 8th, a spare in the 9th. Her last strike came in the 7th frame. And she does not strike. That, in effect, gives the match to Pat Costello. Wendy Macpherson will finish in 4th position. And some more interesting facts about the WIBC Queens. Pat Costello stands to congratulate her opponent.